Hello, welcome to the video lecture on Karnaugh map. There are various algebraic methods of manipulating switching expressions. By using basic Boolean postulates in a suitable way, the number of product terms in the Boolean expression can be minimized, which in turn minimizes the digital circuits. So today we are going to start a discussion on a more systematic way of minimizing switching functions, that is by using Karnaugh map. Karnaugh map was invented by an American physicist, Maurice Karnaugh, in the year 1953. Any switching function which you want to minimize or manipulate, you should be able to express it in some way. Some methods of doing so is by writing it in the expression form, either sum of product or product of sum form, or by drawing the truth table. Similarly, Karnaugh map is some kind of visual or graphical representation of a function. Karnaugh map, in short called as K-map, consists of a grid of squares. Each square represents one minterm. So in K-map there is a concept called cell, and the cells have one-to-one correspondence with these minterms. An n variable function will have 2 power n minterms, so the K-map will have 2 power n cells. The structure of the 2 variable K-map is shown here in figure. So since it's a 2 variable function, it will have 2 power n minterms. So the K-map will have 2 power 2 4 cells or 4 boxes. The rows correspond to the variable x and the columns correspond to the variable y. In the first row, x takes a value of 0. The second row, x takes a value of 1. Similarly, in the first column, y takes a value of 0. In the second column, y takes a value of 1. Since x is 0 here, we denote it by x prime, x bar. And since y is 0 here, we denote it by y prime, y bar. So x bar, y bar is represented in the first cell. Since x is 0 here, it is x bar, and y is 1 here, it is y. So this cell corresponds to x bar, y. Similarly, x is 1 here and y is 0 here. So we write x, y bar here. Same way, x is 1 here and y is 1 here, so xy is written here in the cell. So the zeros and ones written on the top and sides of the box corresponds to the variable x and y here. Similarly, there is one more method of labeling the K-map, that is by using minterms. Instead of labeling it with the input variables, we label it by using minterms. So the decimal equivalent of the input is represented here. The decimal equivalent of 0, 0 is 0. So M0 is written in the first cell. Decimal equivalent of 0, 1 is 1. So M1 is written here in the second box. Decimal equivalent of 1, 0 is 2. So we write M2 here. And decimal equivalent of 1, 1 is 3. So M3 is written here. The structure of the 3 variable K-map is shown here in figure. So since it's a 3 variable K-map, it will have 2 power 3, 8 minterms. So there will be 8 boxes in the K-map. So the K-map consists of 2 rows and 4 columns. In truth table, the value of the input follows a standard binary sequence. In truth table, we write 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 followed by 1, 1. But in K-map, the input values are ordered in different sequence. That is, they follow gray code sequence, meaning the neighbors differ only in 1 bit position. For example, yz takes a value of 0, 0 here. The neighbor of yz, we have 0, 1 followed by 0, 1. So there is change in only the second bit. The first bit remains just the same. Same way, 1, 1 has been followed by 0, 1. So there is change only in the first bit. Second bit remains just the same. 1, 0 followed by 1, 1. So there is change in second bit. First bit remains just the same. Similarly, the first cell corresponds to, since x is 0 here, we write x bar, y is 0, z is 0, so we write x bar, y bar, z bar in the first cell. The same way, x is 1 here and y is 0 here, z is 0 here, so we put x, y bar, z bar here. Same way, x is 0, y is 0, z is 1, so x bar, y bar, z is written. So the same sequence follows. So as we have seen already, the other way of labeling the K-map is shown here in figure. So the decimal equivalence of 0, 0, 0 is 0. So M0 is written here. Decimal equivalent of 0, 0, 1 is 1. So M1 is written here. Decimal equivalent of 0, 1, 1 is 3. So M3, 0, decimal equivalent of 0, 1, 0 is 2. So we write M2 here. So decimal equivalent of 1, 0, 0 is 4. So we write M4 here. Decimal equivalent of 1, 0, 1 is 5. So M5 is written here. Decimal equivalent of 111 is 7. So M7 is written here. And decimal equivalent of 110 is 6. So M6 comes here. So we have it like this: M0, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7. The structure of the 4 variable K-map is shown here. Since it's a 4 variable K-map, it comprises of 2 power 4 minterms. So we should have 16 boxes in the K-map. So 4 rows and 4 columns. The rows corresponds to the variable Wx and columns corresponds to the variable Yz. So again here they are ordered according to gray code sequence: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. The same way here. So since W is 0 here, X is 0 here, Y is 0, Z is 0, the first cell corresponds to W bar, X bar, Y bar, Z bar. The same way, since W takes a value of 1, X takes a value of 0 here, and Y takes a value of 1 here, and Z takes a value of 0. So this cell corresponds to W, X bar, Y, Z. In this cell, here W is 1, X is 0, Y is 0, Z is 0. So this cell corresponds to W, X bar, Y bar, Z bar. So the 4 variable K-map is written accordingly. So the other way of labeling the K-map by using minterms is shown here. Decimal equivalent of 0, 0, 0, 0 is 0. So M0 is written here. Decimal equivalent of 0, 0, 0, 1 is 1. So M1 is written here. Decimal equivalent of 0, 1, 1 is 3. So M3 comes here. Decimal equivalent of 0, 0, 1, 0 is 2. So M2 is written here. Decimal equivalent of 0, 1, 0, 0 is 4. So here comes M4. Decimal equivalent of 0, 1, 0, 1 is 5. So we write M5 here. And decimal equivalent of 0, 1, 1 is 7. So M7 here. And decimal equivalent of 0, 1, 1, 0 is 6. So we write M6 here. Decimal equivalent of 1, 1, 0, 0 is 12. So we write M12 here. Decimal equivalent of 1, 1, 0, 1 is 13. So you write M13 here. And the same follows. So for a 4 variable K-map, we write M0, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7, M8, M9, M10, M11, M12, M13, M14 and M15. The different structures of K-map are shown here. So as we have already seen a 3 variable K-map, it will contain 2 power 3 minterms, 8 minterms, which means we should have 8 boxes. 8 boxes can be arranged in any fashion. So in this diagram, you can see you have 2 rows, 4 columns. The same way, your K-map can also have 4 rows with 2 columns. This is also possible. This is also correct. The same way, the way in which you write the variables are interchangeable. For example, we can write A, B, C here, or the other way around, A, B, C here. This figure shows you the relationship between truth table and K-map. The K-map comprises a box for every line in the truth table. So for every line in the truth table, we have a box or a square or a cell in the K-map. For example, here in our truth table, X takes a value of 0, Y takes a value of 0, for which the function value is 0. The same way, X takes a value of 0 here, Y takes a value of 0 here, for which the function value we write A here. Here again, X is 0, Y is 1, for which the function value is B. X is 0, Y 1, for which the function value is B. The same way, X is 1 here, Y is 0, the function value is C. X is 1 here, Y is 0, for which the function value is C. When X is 1, Y is 1, the function value is T, which is given here. So as we can see, K-map is just the other form of representation. The simplification of Boolean expression using K-map is based on combining or grouping the terms in the adjacent cells of the K-map. So here we are going to see what are all the different rules for simplification. So how grouping can be done? What are the do's and don'ts in grouping? The first rule, grouping should not include any cell containing 0. You can group 1 separately or you can group 0 separately, but your group should not include both 1 and 0. That is the first rule. Second rule, Groups may be horizontal or vertical but not diagonal, which means your group can be horizontal or your group can be vertical, but it should not be diagonal like this. The next rule, group may have 1, 2, 4 or 8 or in general 2 power n cells. So for example, your group may consist of 2 members, 2 ones. You can combine 2 ones together, or you can combine 4 ones together. You can combine 8 ones together, but we cannot combine 3 ones together, or we cannot combine 5 ones. We cannot combine 6 ones together. Each and every group will have only 2 power m adjacent cells, which means if you put n is equal to 0 here, your group can have 1 cell. If I put n is equal to 2 here, my group can have 4 cells. So it should follow only this sequence. We cannot form groups of 3. We cannot form groups of 5. Each group should be as large as possible. We always try to group the cells bigger, because bigger the number of cells in the group, more the minimization we will be achieving. So our target will be to make groups as large as possible. See here in this diagram, so you have to combine all the 4s together. You cannot make smaller groups. Our group should be as large as possible. So you can combine all the 4 ones together here. So that is what is shown here. In the next rule, groups may overlap, as you have seen already. So we always try to make bigger groups. When trying to make bigger groups, our groups can overlap with one another. You should not make smaller groups like this. Our groups can overlap. Overlapping is allowed here. Groups may wrap around the table. The leftmost cell in the row may be grouped with the rightmost cell, and the top cell can be grouped with the bottom cell. So as we have seen already, so the neighbor cells differ only in 1 bit position. As you can see, the leftmost cell, it corresponds to 0, 0, and the rightmost cell, it corresponds to the input value 1, 0, which means I have only difference in the first bit. Second bit remains the same. So they both are neighbors, so they can be grouped together. The same way, the top and bottom cells, they can be grouped together. They correspond to, there is again only 1 bit difference in top and bottom cell, so you can group them together. So combining rightmost and leftmost cell is allowed, and combining top and bottom cell is also allowed, which means if you wrap your group, it will form a structure like this. You can combine leftmost and rightmost cell. Again, you can combine topmost and bottommost cells in the K-map. If you combine like this, it will form a structure like a torus. There should be as few groups as possible. So we try to always make fewer number of groups. So these are the various rules which were involved in simplifying expression using K-map. We will now see what is the basic approach, or what are the various steps to solve an expression using K-map. The K-map is selected according to the number of variables. For example, if we have 2 variable function, our K-map should have 4 boxes, because 2 variables, it will have 4 minterms. So our K-map should comprise of 4 boxes. So we are going to select the K-map based on the number of variables present in the Boolean function. That is the first step. Next, we try to fill up the cells with the true minterms of the function. The true minterms are the minterms which are 1 in the function. Those minterms are called true minterms. So you first select the K-map, then you mark those true minterms in the function. And then we try to group those true minterms based on the neighborhood. We try to make groups in the form of 2 power m cells. Your group can contain 1 cell, or your group can contain 2 ones together, or 4 ones, or 8 ones. And we try to combine as many groups as possible. We try to cover as many elements as you can in one group. Grouping should be done in such a way that the size of the group should be as large as possible. Also, we ensure that every true minterm in the function should be covered by at least 1 cube. We should not leave any member in the group. We should not leave any minterm in the group. So each and every minterm should be covered at least by 1 group. So after forming groups, make sure that each and every group will represent a product term. And when you sum up all those product terms, that will result in the minimized expression. Minimize the sum of product form. So that is how these are the steps which are involved in minimizing the Boolean expression using K-map. Thank you for watching.